Hello, this is BlueStar, Defender of Equestria, and this is my next blind reaction video, the season finale of Season 7! Roar! It's like, yes, this is gonna be so cool, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be awesome, yes! As, of course, the season finales usually are, so, yo! So, yeah, last week's episode was actually pretty good, it was kinda hard. Poor Starlight Glimmer, Sunburst likes my friends better than he likes me. We have nothing in common anymore. But still, I kind of liked that lesson. I guess because that's a much more real-world kind of problem, so I think that was kind of cool. And it was nice to have Sunburst and Starlight Glimmer kind of have a bonding moment, and actually having Sunburst making friends of all Starlight Glimmer's other friends was also kind of cool too. So, yo. So now the season finale is nearly upon us, but fortunately, I'm prepared. It's like, oh, I can't resist. It's like, Ponyville, I am calling battle stations. Anything could happen in the next hour. Roar! This is gonna be so exciting. I'm sure this one's gonna be good. Yay, yay, yay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The best elements within us can spread light and virtue.
Ooh.
And I know ponies who represent them all.
Ooh.
Strength, bravery, healing, beauty, hope, and sorcery.
Ooh.
Myself and these pillars of Equestria were gathered together by another to maintain and share the light of these powerful ideals.
Cool.
But we soon came to believe the pony who brought us together only wanted that power for himself.
Aww.
Cast out and alone, this power-mad pony turned to darkness to satisfy his thirst.
Aww.
Transformed into a pony of shadows, he returned for revenge, to extinguish the pillar's light and rob the world of hope. To stop him, the pillars and I must make a brave sacrifice. But we shall leave behind a seed, in hopes that one day it will grow into a force to stand against the darkness for all time.
Oh, that's
good. We must
good.
now face the fiend with the only plan we have.
I only hope it will be enough. That's the last entry.
Dun, 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 dun.
Maybe Star Swirl's final words before he vanished.
No! No, Star Swirl, no! Well, that was definitely cool. Yo! Yo! Oh, I knew this was gonna be exciting! Yay, 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 yay!
Faithful and strong, sharing kindness, it's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you are my very best friends?
Oh! Ooh, my gosh, it's like, unfortunately, I hope you're all awake, kids, because pay attention, the first 30 seconds of this episode are particularly important, so, that was kind of cool. It's actually, in some ways, it's like, we skipped right to the part of, oh my gosh, it's like, we have to tell Princess Celestia this. It's like, oh no, we're telling Princess Celestia and Luna this already at the very beginning of this episode, so, so, yo, that was kind of cool. Ooh. It's like, ooh, we might actually get to learn maybe what happens to, oh no, Star Swirl the Bearded, and that, ooh, that all these characters came together. It looks like could be the seed they're talking about could be the Tree of Harmony. Ooh, interesting, interesting. I like that thought. That's a cool idea. It's actually kind of cool that all these legends are actually all connected together. That's like, ooh, cool. I like that. I like that. You know, I think I also thinking I can't also help but think that, you know, it's also good that even if you haven't seen all the previous episodes, that you're still gonna understand what they're talking about. It's like if you've seen the episodes, you'll be like, oh, I remember that character. But if you've never heard of these characters before, you'll be like, oh, okay, this character represents this, and this, and this. Oh, okay. I like that. That's an interesting thing. It's like, ooh, I guess that almost makes them like the like elements of harmony, which is kind of interesting, I guess. But we shall see. It's like, oh no, another dark pony. Oh no. Oh dear. It's like, yes, interesting. I mean, definitely some interesting things, let's just say, about this. We shall see what happens with this story, but I think, it's like, I knew this was gonna be exciting and cool, and it definitely appears to have not been disappointed so far. It's like, woo. I do have to say, this almost fits with this whole season. This season has almost been a quote-unquote a growth season, almost a learning season. It's like, we've learned so much about the characters, the lore of Equestria, all this stuff, and I think this definitely fits, and it's gonna be so awesome, but we're back, so yes, let's get to it.
I've always wondered what happened to Star Swirl.
Yeah.
This is quite a discovery, Sunburst.
Oh, good.
So, it's genuine?
Shadow
You can
Play,
verify
Part
that
1.
this journal really belonged to Star Swirl the Bearded?
Yay.
Indeed. From the looks of it, the last thing he wrote before facing the Pony of Shadows.
So the Pony of Shadows was really real?
Uh-oh.
It appears so.
We never
Bummer.
met the other pillars, and we were too young to understand the danger they faced.
Aw.
Hold on a second now.
Wait.
All those legendary ponies were real too? And
Oh.
they went off with Star Swirl to face the Pony of Shadows, and then none of them were ever heard from again?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, weren't you listening?
But what happened to them all? They must have defeated the villain, since Equestria is still full of light and hope.
Yay.
How? And where did they go?
My old ponish is a bit rusty, but I wonder if the answers can be found somewhere within the pages of this book.
Oh.
Well, I just happen to be an expert in Old Ponish. I mean, I
Oh.
practically memorized every ancient text about Star Swirl there is.
Seriously, all of them.
We have fond memories of our old teacher. If you
Aw.
could discover what happened to him, we would be most grateful.
Yes, we would. Yes.
Solving a thousands-year-old mystery could take forever. Think of the research,
Oh,
the
joy.
rereading, the re-rereading.
Oh, joy.
You might find you need help.
Luckily, she's got a whole bushel of helpers right
Oh,
here.
good.
Totally. How long will all this research take exactly?
A very, very long
Let's get this
time.
back to my library. I'm sure we'll figure out what happened in no time.
That was great. Let's go read some books. Yes. Oh,
Figure it out yet, Twilight?
no. It's only been the first 2 minutes.
What did you figure out?
You figured something out?
Oh,
What is it?
what is it?
Nothing. I mean, Star Swirl was a genius, obviously. But forget Old Ponish. There's parts where his horn writing is like another language. Oh.
Twilight, we've been studying and referencing and cross-referencing
Oh.
for 3 days straight now. I haven't spent this much time reading since the last Daring Do book came out.
Perhaps it
Good
is
one.
time to take a break. This mystery is over 1,000 years old after all. Another day or two won't make a difference.
2 days? I don't want to waste 2 seconds.
Oh.
I'm close to an answer. I can feel it.
Herg Silphum se Ponehenge. What's that?
The Temple of Ponehenge. You can read that?
The horn writing's pretty sloppy, but it's nowhere near as bad as mine. Tawar dul Grimlik of Fola Firgenborg?
At the base of Full Mountain.
Usur Endemest Shield.
Our last stand.
Oh no!
Well, that sure sounds like a clue to me.
Have fun. I'll just stay here for a while. Spike need
This is it. Ponehenge. I can't
Ponehenge,
believe
eh?
it.
I've never seen magical runes like these before. Have you?
Uh-uh.
I don't think any pony's seen any of this for a long time.
Ow. You okay?
It'd take a whole team of ponies to clear away all this brush.
Even then, I'm not sure we'd find out what happened here over 1,000 years ago.
You're right. I suppose it was a long shot.
What?
Cheer up, Twilight. Finding a whole set of ancient ruins is pretty impressive. Or maybe you could write a paper on it.
I guess I hoped we'd get here and the mystery would just magically be explained.
No, that would be too easy.
Twilight?
Twilight? This can't be good. Ooh, hello.
Star Swirl, I've wanted to meet you my whole life. I can't believe you're here.
Star Swirl?
I don't think he is here. I don't think any of them are.
Oh. Ooh. Oh dear.
You summon me at your peril, Star Swirl. Once I defeat all of you, this realm will embrace the darkness, as I did so long ago.
Oh dear. Dear. Huh?
Drawing me here will only make me stronger. You will never defeat me. We did not come here to defeat you.
Oh. Ah, I see.
What are you doing? We came to contain you.
Oh.
Well, you did ask for a magical explanation.
Yeah, it's like, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Uh-oh. So, interesting. Whoa. Interesting. So, uh-oh. Well, obviously, we know who the supervillain's gonna be, you know, and all that. Or we know what's gonna, I almost think we're gonna know what's gonna happen now. Sort of, I think it's like, well, he's only contained. But, yo, it's like, of course. You cannot destroy the dark side, only contain it. So, but that doesn't mean that the dark side can win or anything like that. So, still, it's like that was interesting parts. We're thinking, it's like, what, Twilight? You can't give up already. I mean, you've learned, you found this old ruins, which I assume nobody else has seen, because otherwise, it's like, don't you think everybody else would have found this place and you know, looked at the runes and been able to figure this out, but no, I guess nobody else found it, or they knew where it was, or something. I don't know. But still, interesting. It's like, well, that was definitely a different way to do a flashback. I think that was actually pretty cool and pretty good. I mean, that was, wow. I mean, there's some parts of me are like, wow. I mean, this is definitely a very different kind of season finale that we've seen before. Things are moving along at quite a pace. There's very little exposition per se. I mean, in terms of, like, we didn't even see Sunburst open the book and read it. It's like, oh my gosh, we should go tell Princess Luna and Celestia about this. Oh my gosh, you know, and everything. It's like we just cut straight to the point. We actually get right to the legend, and even here, it's like, okay, you know, I mean, it probably means that there's probably gonna be a lot going on this episode. At least I hope so, anyway. Because yeah, I mean, yes. I think I will say this. You know, it's like back in Star Swirl's day, there was a little bit more of a, let's just say, containment policy. You know, whereas we're in here, they're trying to more like, we're gonna try to, you know, reform villains and stuff. And I couldn't help but think that. I mean, kind of like with the Sirens, you know, like he didn't try to reform them, he just basically sent them away. Which, in some cases, that's the only thing you can do, is the short answer. But anyway, I was resisting saying that, but I think that was actually something. But who knows, you know, we'll see what happens with this particular villain. If they're, it's like, in some ways there's a lot to talk about, in some ways there's not so much to talk about, particularly because we're gonna find out in the next, like, probably 30 minutes or so, but yeah, I like it. You know, I definitely I like this, where this is going. I think it's like, but all the legends were true. It's like, of course they were. Weren't you paying attention? Yes, thousands and thousands of years ago. Definitely was that 1,000 years ago was definitely a very bad year, but no. And ironically, it's like we're still dealing with stuff that happened all those years ago. So, be interesting. I mean, It'd be interesting to see what happened. I hope we do find out what happened to Star Swirl. No, the other ponies and everything, but still, but we're gonna find out, I guess, because we're back. Yo.
What just happened?
It looked like Star Swirl cast a spell that banished the Pony of Shadows.
Of course. Powerful magic like that would leave an impression on this place. Bringing the book back here let us see what happened.
Which was what?
Star Swirl and the rest of the pillars sacrificed themselves to save Equestria.
Oh.
It's amazing to think one of the greatest mysteries of Equestria was solved with a musty old book from an antique shop.
But I wouldn't say the mystery's solved. Star Swirl's spell was one of the most powerful feats of magic in all of history. It'll take years of study before we fully understand it.
I think I understand Star Swirl's spell!
Already? Oh.
I know I finished one of Star Swirl's spells before, but this one was on a whole different level. Was it an explosion of magical feedback? An evocation? A kind of incantation? It's Star Swirl, so the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, go.
And
Careful.
once Starlight set me on the right track with his crazy horn riding. I mean, he was a genius, so I guess we can forgive a little messiness. I went through the journal again, and it's amazing!
Ow.
Twilight, darling. We understand you're excited, but that's all we understand.
What exactly is so amazing?
Only how Star Swirl and the other pillars sent the Pony of Shadows to Limbo.
They did what now?
Did what? Uh-oh.
They used their magic to open a portal between worlds, to Limbo, and pulled the Pony of Shadows inside.
Oh.
Darling, your diorama!
I made more! Star Swirl thought the only way to trap the Pony of Shadows in Limbo was for the pillars to take him there.
So they got stuck too.
Oh no!
The Pony of Shadows must have been really awful for them to do that.
Ew.
I suppose being trapped for all time with a super duper bad guy in limbo might be okay if you were doing the limbo, but that's still pushing it.
Oh
The
man.
thing is, I think I can get them out.
Uh-oh.
Twilight, are you serious?
Um.
You can save the most legendary ponies of all time?
Is that all?
I don't know. Opening portals between worlds didn't work out well for me.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's safe? First of all, you opened portals through time. And second of all, Star Swirl wrote the spell you used to do it. If he'd been here, he could have stopped it. Equestria would be safer with him in it. We have to save him.
But you'd be saving all the pillars, right? And they disappeared ages ago.
That's the thing about Limbo. It isn't one place or another. It's in between, so time stands still. If we can pull them out, it'll be like they never left. I actually built another model to demonstrate.
Ow!
What
Ow,
can
that's
we
something
do to
that
help?
hurt.
If I'm right, we need to find items that are connected to the pillars in some way.
You mean like stuff that belonged to them?
How would we know what to look for? Or where?
But you saw it.
Luckily, Star Swirl took a lot of notes.
Yes, he did.
My compatriots are as varied as the realm itself, and hail from every corner of our land, bringing with them artifacts and talismans of great power.
Twilight?
What's
What are
going
you
on?
doing?
I'm not doing anything.
I was gonna say, who?
Look, Hoof's shovel.
Flash Magnus's shield! Miss Maine's flower!
Oh, look, and where they are. How convenient.
And the blindfold Somnambula wore when she faced that nasty Sphinx!
I guess we don't need to figure out who should get what.
Oh. Oh.
Professor, it's a mighty helm headpiece! Maybe it belonged to Rocco.
Oh, I remember you.
Legends don't wear helmets. This belonged to a real pony.
Oh, I can guarantee Rockhoof was as real as you and me.
And I suppose that ravine was dug with his trusty shovel to save the village from an erupting volcano.
Probably.
I love old legends as much as any pony, but a pony strong enough to save a village from rushing lava with a shovel is preposterous.
Normally I would agree. Uh-oh. Run! Whoa. I know she's strong, but I didn't know she was that strong.
I can't believe you just did that.
Neither
You
did I.
saved us.
Yay, thank you.
I bet if you told some pony else this story, it might sound preposterous.
What? Oh, by the way, there's a giant tunnel there.
I suppose some stories might be true.
Maybe. It's like, sorry.
Rockhoofs appears to be one of them.
Don't mind I take this, do you? Ow!
You keep those hooves to yourself, dearie. This place has been in my family for generations, and I'm not about to let some whippersnapper take the last good piece of it.
Oh dear.
Time-wise, ponies came from far and wide to see these gardens. But that flower's the only worthwhile thing left.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that was easy. I'm setting a trend here.
Perhaps it just seemed like your gardens were worthless, but a little pruning can work wonders.
Oh.
Of course, you will have to look after more than just one flower now.
You've given me back my family's legacy. The flower you wanted seems like a fair trade for that.
Aww.
I can't believe Flash Magnus's shield ended up in the Dragonlands.
Good thing you brought the official equestrian friendship ambassador to the dragons to help you navigate our customs. Like our favorite sport, gorge surfing!
That looks dangerous.
Okay, that was awesome!
Hey.
Dragon Lord Ember commanded us to make peace with ponies, but it doesn't mean you can surf in our spot. Whoa, fellas! As the official equestrian friendship ambassador to the dragons, I have to say that's not very friendly.
Well, what do you know?
Oh no,
The
what a
puny
surprise.
pony dragon sticking up
Oh,
for his
no.
pony
What a
pal.
surprise.
Hey, that's an ancient pony artifact.
Hooves off my gorge board. I found it in the desert, and finders keepers.
It isn't yours.
Huh, it sure looks like mine, but I might consider racing you for it.
No problem.
No. I mean, you.
Yeah. Oh dear. It's like, have you ever done this before, Spike? Oh dear.
On your marks, get set, serve!
Alright. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, poor Spike. Ow, ow.
I won.
Well, that was lucky.
I won! Woohoo!
Well, that was
Give
lucky.
up the shield, Garble.
No.
Lord Ember only commanded us to be nice to ponies. She never said anything about pony-loving dragons.
Uh-oh, quick, cut the commercial. Oh no. Ooh, interesting. It's like, ooh. I wish I could remember all those, what was it? The pillars, you know? It's like, ooh. It's like, cause, yeah, it's like, ooh, it's starting. It all makes sense to me now. Along with probably most of the audience. It's like, oh, in order to get the object in question, they have to show they have to show the pillar. I think, what was it? Rock hooves with strength. What was it? I can't remember the the rarities was the I think this one was courage, or bravery. Courage, bravery, I guess they're sort of the same thing. But, yeah, so that's kind of cool. So, interesting. I like this. It's like, I kind of like this. Things are moving very fast, but I have a suspicion that they need to, because it's like, this is only part of the story, you know? Getting all these objects is only going to be part of it. It's like, what's going to happen when they finally get them all? It's like, oh no. Ooh. Oh no. Oh dear. It's like, so all the legendary ponies were trapped in limbo. Oh no! It's like, oh dear. It reminds me of a Star Trek episode, I can't remember the name, where basically, long story short, was that it actually in some ways actually bears a lot of similarity to this, where actually there were two people from different parallel dimensions, and if they ever meet in one dimension, they cause both dimensions and both universes to explode. And the only way to protect both universes was to seal them in sort of like this interdimensional limbo thing, and it's just like, bummer. It's like, you know, again, the one guy was kind of sane, the other person was insane, so he spent like forever at the guys so they both spent like forever at each other's throats, and that sort of unfortunately reminds me of this kind of, because it means that the pillars and the shadow pony, the pony of shadows, were both trapped in limbo together. Bummer. Oh, that's bummer. I think it's pretty obvious what's going to happen when they try to rescue the pillars, is that they'll probably release the Pony of Shadows. If the Pony of Shadows isn't already out, so... I'm gonna say it was interesting that, yeah, it's like, it felt like the Pony of Shadows was just a one-off, you know, a red herring, but that may not have been the case. So, but maybe we'll find out, because we're back. Hopefully Spike will not get torn apart by Garble.
Since Dragon Lord Ember commanded you to make peace with ponies, you can't very well attack one of their friends, can you?
I guess we'll find out.
Ow.
Oh, why is he always hiding behind ponies?
I wasn't hiding when I beat you down the ridge.
You fell.
Wow! You must be slow if all Spike had to do to win was fall down.
I'm faster than you.
Doubt it.
Fine. I'll race you back to the top. If you win, you can have your pony junk. But if I win, you'll leave and I get to give it to him.
Fine. I'm pretty sure I could beat you anyway, but with that heavy hunk of metal on your back, it'll be a snap.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Thanks for the tip. See you at the top, loser! Hey! That's mine!
Finders keepers, remember?
Ah.
See? Because that's what you said to them when they first showed up.
Oh! Hey, you! Stay out of this! Come here.
Just remember not to turn away from them, Cattail. Flash bees can get pretty aggressive. Guess that's why none of the other bayou animals can get to the water.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to wear the mask that calms the bees?
It would. If I didn't have to fly up here to move their hive. There.
Bye. Hey!
Now the other bayou creatures can get to the water without the bees feeling threatened.
Oh, that was a good idea.
You know, you didn't have to help with this. I would have lent you the mask anyway.
I know, but I couldn't leave without helping.
Oh, well that's good.
I don't think any pony can find anything in there.
I wouldn't give up hope just yet.
What are they doing? What is she doing? Whoops. The...
This old blindfold was stuck in the drain. Weren't you looking for a blindfold? Oh, yeah.
I can't believe I'm gonna meet Star Swirl the Bearded. You know, outside of my dreams. I can't believe you're actually going through with it. What do you mean? I'm all for pushing the envelope, obviously, but this is pretty out there for you, Twilight.
Yeah.
What's out there about saving the most legendary ponies of all time from a thousands-year-old prison?
Well, nothing when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Unless the most legendary ponies of all time knew what they were doing, and we shouldn't mess with it.
Good
I'm
point.
sure Star Swirl and the Pillars did the best they could back then, but magic has come a long way, mostly because of the work they did.
That's true, and you did get your wings from finishing one of Star Swirl's spells. Exactly. But then I messed with one and nearly destroyed the universe, so...
What?
Starlight, Star Swirl the Bearded is the greatest wizard who ever lived. The chance to have him back in Equestria is worth the risk.
That's good news.
Otherwise, we'd have brought this shield for nothing. I hope you don't think you're the only one to find her artifact, because this here shovel says otherwise.
Honestly, you two. Not everything is a competition. But Miss Main's flower is by far the most attractive of the artifacts.
It's like a lot of ego,
Just say that
you know,
because
for the
you
base
have to
6.
scuba dive in a pit of green slime to get yours. Or move a flash bee hive.
Good work, everyone. Let's do this.
Uh-oh. Oh, I don't like the sound of this. I hope this works. Maybe. Ugh, it's bright. Look out! Oh. Whoa.
What?
What?
What has happened?
He speaks.
It worked. We brought you back.
To where?
You and the others have been trapped in limbo for over 1,000 years, but I figured out how to get you home.
What? No, 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 no! You must undo what you've done!
What?
Why?
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 I mean, I don't think I can.
You cannot bring us back!
But I did. I brought all the pillars back.
You cannot bring only the pillars back!
Yeah. Uh-oh. The dark side is strong here. Ooh, wow.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. Oh, that wasn't difficult to predict. It's like we're all doomed. And as always, thank you to you hardworking people for working so hard on the show. But unfortunately, we're all doomed because the Pony of Shadows is back. No! We're all lost, forever lost, I tell you. It was like, oh, maybe we should have thought this through a little bit more, but no. Oh no, but it's definitely so cool to have Starswell put all the pillars back and he speaks, yo. Previously on My Little Pony, we're all gonna die!
Star Swirl's final words before he vanished.
All those legendary ponies were real too, and then none of them were ever heard from again?
They used their magic to open a portal to Limbo. We need to find items that are connected to the pillars in some way. We brought you back!
You cannot bring only the pillars back!
Oh dear.
My little pony, my little pony.
Oh no! It's like, no, I know what is in the opening now. Tell us what happens.
Until you are said it's magic with me. Big adventure and fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you are my very best friend?
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. It's like, oh no! It's like that. Well, we're all doomed. I know I've said that a couple times. Let's say it one more time. We're all doomed, I tell you. It's like, unfortunately, yeah. It's like, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of ego going on with the main six. It's like, oh, I found my item first. It's like, which I guess kind of, you know. Yeah, it's like, oh, magic's come so far since their day. Oh dear. It's like, as they say, pride comes before a fall. Oh dear, and it's like, yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't think of this possibility before, that, that if you just release one of them, you release all of them, you know. It's sort of like, yeah, it's kind of like you unlock the door to the cell, you release everyone in that cell, so, oh dear. So, but, I guess they were just so excited about potentially rescuing the legendary ponies that, you know, they didn't quite think that through, but, oh no. I have to say that animation of when the Pony Shadows appeared was, whoa, that was pretty amazing. That looked pretty good for Flash. That was awesome, yo. But it's like, this is bad. It's like the Pony of Shadows has been released upon the world, and, oh dear, it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna end this. We'll see. I don't know. It's like, oh well. At least we did learn that all the legendary ponies are real. At least they're back. Unfortunately, the super bad guy that they trapped is back too, so we're all doomed, and oh. But who knows? It'll be, I think it will be awesome. It will be cool and everything, so yo. Well, at least Celestia and Luna will know what happened to their former teacher, so. Oh dear. I mean, this will definitely be kind of weird in some ways. I mean, let's say, they're probably gonna rescue them at the end. They'll probably be back. I mean, that'll be weird. It's like having these legendary ponies actually we thought were legendary. We've heard about them. We've never actually seen them or talked to them directly, and now they're actually here. That's gonna be, wow, that'd be weird. It'd be kind of cool, but be weird. It's like, it'd be kind of like, oh my god, it'd be like, oh my gosh, Indiana Jones, he's real. Oh my gosh, I could go talk to him. It's like, that would be kind of weird. It's but anyway, we're gonna find out what happens because we're back. It's like, uh-oh, we may have to go weapons free.
Your pitiful attempt to imprison me has failed, Star Swirl.
Oh.
You must return us to Limbo.
Shadow
It's
play.
the only way to stop him.
I only figured out how to bring you back.
Working on it.
Working on it.
Table of contents.
Allow me to assist.
Uh-oh. Incoming! Oh! There goes the book.
There! Without the power of Ponehenge, your banishing spell is useless.
Bummer.
You've studied my writings. Surely you have some other plan.
No, I just wanted to save you. I didn't think...
Don't fret. When I extinguish the light and hope of this miserable world, you won't remember any of this.
Oh no, incoming! Shield!
This one is almost as strong as you, Star Swirl. But even in my weakened state, she cannot stop the might of shadows.
Yay! Get him! Get him! Oh.
Know this, fiend. We will not rest until we find a way to return you to Limbo.
Never! Your days of glory are through, Star Swirl. Now my dark power will reign, and you six will bow to me!
I don't think so. Dear.
Where'd he go?
That is a riddle we must unravel, and quickly.
How long have we been gone?
Over 1,000 years.
Oh my gosh.
Then my spell worked. Before it was meddled with. And the realm has been at peace for a millennia.
We did have to save everybody from Nightmare Moon and Discord and Chrysalis and King Sombra and Lord T-Rex, and there was that one time when Starlight traveled through time and almost destroyed life as we know it.
Ow!
That's all in
Hey!
the past.
If you were truly this accomplished, we will stop the Pony of Shadows twice as fast together.
Oh, good.
We shall see. It is an easy thing to say you have saved the world. It is quite another to do it.
Hey!
Oh, we've saved the world, Beardo, and we can do it again.
Be that as it may, the problem of locating the Pony of Shadows remains. And this land is vast.
Yes, it is.
Sounds like you need a map. Luckily, we have just the thing.
Oh, good.
Something about this magic seems familiar.
Did you know he can do that? He's Star Swirl. He can do anything.
This map, and indeed this very castle, are grown from the seed we planted over 1,000 years ago.
Ooh.
That did work.
What worked?
Each of us infused a crystal seed with our magic in hopes that it would grow into a force for good.
We wanted to leave something to protect the realm in our absence, but we never dreamed our gift would become so powerful.
Y'all mean the elements came from you?
You know, the sparkly crystal things that grow from the tree of harmony and represent each of us? Laughter, honesty, generosity, loyalty, kindness, and magic.
They are reflections of our own elements of hope, strength, beauty, bravery, healing, and sorcery.
Cool.
We had no idea our small seed would bloom into the living spirit of the land. I am glad our mantles have passed to such capable ponies.
More importantly, we no longer need Ponehenge to send our foe back to Limbo. We can use the stored magic in this tree of harmony.
Yo.
But doesn't a banishing spell take a lot of power? We'd have to sacrifice the elements for that. They'd be gone forever? Star Swirl, I don't think the tree can survive without the elements. If it dies, Equestria will suffer.
If the Pony of Shadows has his way, your land will not exist. So, unless you have a better idea...
Oh dear. Uh-oh.
Our foe will seek dark places from which to draw power. I will prepare my spell so that we may strike as soon as you find him.
What are we waiting for?
I like your spirit.
Oh, yeah!
Oh. Poor Twilight.
What about this one?
Sea pony etiquette isn't gonna help right now, Spike.
Twilight? Are you okay?
No.
I just unleashed ultimate evil and doomed Equestria because I was obsessed with meeting my idol. Why wouldn't I be okay?
Yeah, ow.
You didn't know that was gonna happen.
But I should have listened to you and left things alone. Now the elements of harmony will be lost to fix my mistake.
Maybe there's another way.
If there is, Twilight will find it.
Portal gate, portal keys, portal spells. Yes! If the pillars can hold open the gateway to Limbo, a powerful pony can do the banishing spell herself. Do you know what this means?
I can stop carrying books.
The pillars don't have to leave Equestria. Even though we'll lose the elements, we'll have the ponies that created them, and the Pony of Shadows will be banished for good.
That's great. But I was thinking of another way that maybe doesn't involve banishing at all.
Star Swirl knew what he was doing when he cast that spell. If I can make it even better, maybe he'll see that I take magic as seriously as he does.
At the same time, you're the princess of friendship.
It seems the dark places Star Swirl indicated on the map have changed.
No
I
kidding.
bet the Pony of Shadows would have loved the ghastly caverns before 1,000 years of erosion turned it into the ghastly gorge.
The Appaloosian wastes sure sounded dark and desolate. Who knew they would become such a popular square dancing destination? And I get how this part of Equestria used to be cast an eternal night, where the Pony of Shadows could draw power and wreak havoc while ponies were powerless to stop him. But screw me to come back! Did I mention it's really bright?
Hey, what's she doing on the jumbo screen? Nope.
It seems there are fewer dark corners in the realm these days.
Good.
Isn't that a good thing?
True. The Pony of Shadows will have a hard time regaining power. When he rears his head, we'll be ready.
Oh, good.
Isn't there some way to banish him without losing all of you? I wish there were. But to save our home, we are willing to leave it.
I don't think you'll have to. My spell isn't finished yet, but I think we can send the Pony of Shadows to Limbo without all of you having to go as well.
That would be great.
While I appreciate your enthusiasm,
Hey.
Twilight, this is hardly the time to take risks on half-baked spells.
Aw, but you didn't
Begging
even
your
look at
pardon,
it.
Mr. the Bearded, but Twilight doesn't do anything halfway.
Especially not magic.
Seriously, she got her wings by finishing one of your spells.
I think you'll find her work is worth reading before you dismiss it out of hoof. While it is an unconventional approach, I believe it could work.
I suppose there is a chance.
But we still have no idea where to find the villain.
Maybe we should try there?
Where is there exactly? Well, I'm glad to see the Tree of Harmony's paying attention. Oh no, I can't. Hey, Tree of Harmony, do you know? We need to know where the bad guy is. Can you help us out? Sure, he's right over there. You know, oh, for some reason, reminds me of that line from the first Star Wars movie. It's like, the Force does it control your actions? Partially. But it also obeys your commands. No, it's like, I like that. That's an interesting thought there. That was almost sort of saying that, yeah, it's like the Tree of Harmony obviously directs them, but it also listens to them too. So, which, I forget which, I think it was a Rarity episode, where it's like Rarity saying, like, you know, it's like a friendship emergency, you know, one would, you know, someplace with modern conveniences would be preferable, and then goes to Canterlot. So, yeah, so anyway. But anyway, that's not the important part right now. It's like, oh. there's a lot going on between Starlight. There's a lot going on. Well, there is actually going. Well, Starlight, Twilight, and Starsworld the Bearded. It's like, yeah, there's a lot between Twilight and Starsworld the Bearded. Oh my gosh, because it's just like, yeah, it's like never meet your heroes, and obviously he's very disapproving of her. I can't imagine why. It's like, what have you done? Why did you tamper with my spell? It's like everything was fine, you know. It's like the Pony of Shadows was in limbo. Everything was fine. It's like we were perfectly willing to sacrifice ourselves and stuff. Oh, why'd you do that? Oh dear, and stuff. You know, and obviously she's like, ugh. I mean, in some ways, I can understand him being like, you know, it's like, this pony got us into this mess, why am I going to listen to her? But it's like, really, come on, at least look at it, you know, she's only trying to save your life and all that stuff. I mean, she doesn't have to try to save him, you know, they could just say, okay, go ahead, sacrifice yourself, ponies of pillars, you know, and all that stuff. It's like, good for you, thanks for the heroic sacrifice. But yeah, in some ways, I doubt they're gonna be, I'm in some ways hoping that they're gonna try to reform the Pony of Shadows. I mean, because that's sort of what we do in the show, but obviously, again, in some cases, that's not possible. But we'll see if that works out or not. It's like, yeah, but this is definitely an interesting episode to say the least. It's like, oh my gosh, I mean, the whole season, again, it's definitely been like a growth season. We've learned so much about Equestria, the characters. We've finally gotten to meet these hero ponies. We've got to actually meet Starsworld and talk to him, and even if he ends up having to go back into limbo or something, it was still pretty cool. And it's just, wow. I mean, this is definitely, I mean, it's a very rushed episode because there's a lot going on and not a lot of time to deal with it, but overall, so far I like this one. It's gonna be cool, and it's unfortunately that's like, never meet your heroes, you'll be disappointed, but hopefully everything will be okay. But we're about to find out because we're back. Yay!
The Hollow Shades. I think a branch of the Apple family lives there.
They'd have to be pretty distant. The Hollow Shades was abandoned eons ago.
That's odd. The only time the maps called all of us to one place was Starlight's village.
So it's like a supervillain tracker. No offense.
Do you think the map could be trying to tell us where the Pony of Shadows is?
The Tree of Harmony acting to protect the light of the realm. Yes, a good thought, Twilight.
yeah, that could be right.
Yay,
she proved.
Ready yourselves for battle.
I know I'm not as experienced as all of you, but is banishment really the only option? I mean, it's been a long time. Maybe the Pony of Shadows is ready to talk?
I doubt we can save our homeland with a conversation.
You never
We
know.
can try. Starlight, I'm sure Starswirl and the others did try.
The Pony of Shadows was not interested in reconciliation. Once a villain, always a villain.
Aww.
Twilight, Sunburst.
Hey.
Would you accompany me? I wish to refine this spell for our use.
Come, we must prepare for the struggle ahead.
Let's go get him. Ouch.
I know Starswirl is a great wizard, but this whole plan seems wrong. The maps only ever sent us to solve friendship problems.
Maybe so, but the Pony of Shadows doesn't really seem like the friendship type.
Maybe.
Honestly, we don't know anything about him.
Good point.
No pony does.
That's exactly the
That's
problem.
not entirely true.
What? Nice shiny new armor.
You
It
knew
was
the
hard.
Pony of Shadows before he became what he is now. You must have been friends, so what happened?
We
The
don't want
tale of our rift is a sad one.
the sirens. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Ow!
Stygian was a pony like the rest of us, though more scholar than hero. He recognized our emerging world would need champions to defend it.
Charge! Yeah. Nice.
He may have gathered us together, but he himself was just an ordinary unicorn who soon grew jealous of our abilities.
He stole objects from each of us. Artifacts to use in a spell.
And we cast him out for it.
We always thought to return and seek forgiveness. But when we saw him again, his heart was bent on revenge.
Oh.
He dashed even my hope of saving him.
Aww. No.
But why did he steal the artifacts from you?
No doubt it was an enchantment to take our powers for himself.
That looks like a lot of work.
It is what must be done, and it would be best if we were not disturbed.
I'm sorry, Starlight, but we can't stop the talk. The stakes are too high and we have to banish Stygian to Limbo. I get it.
Who?
Stygian was the name the Pony of Shadows gave up when he turned to darkness.
And I'm just trying to figure out why.
Envy. He wanted more power than he had, and that desire led him down a path from which there is no return.
I know from experience that's not always true. When the map called you six to my village, it was for a friendship problem. Are you sure this is different?
Stygian wants to destroy all that is good in this world. There's no way to befriend a pony like that.
I guess I'm lucky your idol wasn't around when you decided to be my friend. I might have been banished to Limbo too.
Ooh. Ow, that was harsh but true. Oh, this episode is just so hurtful. Oh. But again, it's like, with the world building, it's like, we actually got to see the actual sirens the way that they were in Equestria, and we got to see them banished, because, yeah, I must admit, being kind of a... in some ways, need I say more? In some ways, it's like, it's a difficult thing, as a wannabe soldier, it's like, it's your job to destroy the enemy and come home alive, so, yeah, but obviously that's not always the case. You don't always have to do that, of course, so, yeah, I definitely, I like this episode. Ooh, that was so cool. Yes, it's definitely true. It's not always possible to reform people, but at the same time, shouldn't mean we should just shut the door and say, no, it's impossible that these people will be reformed. Because again, we don't even know why did he turn to the dark side, or what was he trying to do. It's like, is he trying to take over all of Equestria? Maybe not. In some ways, I'm sort of thinking, no, maybe he's not, because in some ways, if that's what his goal is, then why hasn't he tried? It's like, it's sort of like, if he wanted to attack, he would have done so. But, or maybe he's just, I don't know, but maybe it's too soon for that. But, yeah, either way, it's just, yeah, I definitely like this idea. Again, it can be dangerous from time to time, but, at the same time, this is definitely a good lesson to say, is that, what, kind of reminds me of that from one of the Equestria Girls shorts, where it's like, what I've done is unforgivable. It's like, no, there's no such thing as unforgivable or something, or it's and definitely Starlight totally understands this point. It's like, yeah, if Starsworld was in charge, they would have gone down to her village and just blasted her to oblivion or something, and that would have been bad, because okay, she was she went to the dark side a little bit, but ultimately she wasn't a bad pony. It's like, as I have a saying, is that the root of all evil is pain, and and it's and sometimes the best way to defeat evil is to cure and fix that pain, and which is always in a way somehow the secret to all the main success. But anyway, we're about to find out what happens next, because we're back. Yay! The Tree of Harmony.
I'm glad we have the chance to see what has grown from our efforts
beautiful.
So long ago.
It seems a shame to harm it.
A necessary sacrifice. With the element's power, we will bind the Pony of Shadows in Limbo. And thanks to Twilight, we will remain to watch over the realm ourselves.
Oh. Yay! I have a funny feeling the elements might have a different idea. Ooh. It's been a very long time since we've seen that. Oh.
How do we use them?
I'm not sure. They simply work for us.
The elements are attuned to you. We must use their magic in pairs.
No problem.
Oh.
We're used to banishing evil before breakfast.
And it'll be an honor to save Equestria with y'all.
I really hope Twilight knows what she's doing.
I don't remember reading anything that said the Hollow Shades was like this.
Oh, the Pony of Shadows must have twisted it to his purposes.
Prepare yourselves. He is here.
Okay.
Stygian, show yourself and face us!
No, he's probably down there, I'd imagine. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh dear. Ow. Ow.
I definitely would have remembered reading about this.
Uh-oh, the darkness grows. Shields.
Welcome to the Well of Shame. When you turned your backs on me, I discovered this place. The darkness spoke to me of a power beyond any I could imagine, and I listened.
Aww.
The shadow and I became one. Soon, all of the realm will be the same. Then all ponies will feel the despair I did when you cast me out.
We did what we had to do. You tried to steal our powers for yourself.
No, it was you who was selfish. Now, you will pay!
Oh dear. Ooh! Oh dear.
Still sure this isn't a friendship problem?
Ready? Open the portal.
Now! Oh. Normally I like these moments, but I think I'm with Starlight on this one. You... Oh no! Ah!
No! You will not trap me again!
Twilight, push him in!
Huh? There's a pony in there.
Whoa! Yipes.
Are you Stygian?
I was, once, until my friends betrayed me.
But Star Swirl says you betrayed them. You wanted their magic.
No, I wanted their respect. I brought them together. I planned strategy and I read all I could about the beasts we faced. But I didn't have magic or strength, so no pony ever noticed me.
Yeah.
I went to Ponehenge to make my own copies of the artifacts. With them, I thought I could be a pillar too, and stand by their side in battle. I never wanted to steal their power. But instead of sharing and letting me help, my friends threw me out. So I became stronger than any of them. The darkness welcomed me when no pony would. I will do what I must to protect it.
This is all a misunderstanding. If the pillars knew how you felt, I'm sure they wouldn't have turned their backs on you. The shadow isn't who you really are. Let me help you be Stygian again.
Even if my friends did still care, what makes you think you have the power to help me?
Because it's what she does. I wasn't so different from you, and Twilight helped me change. There's one pony in Equestria that can save a friendship. It's her.
Aww.
I want to believe you.
The darkness will not be stopped!
Fight the darkness, Stygian! You don't need it anymore! Revenge isn't what you want! Friendship is! Twilight! The shadow won't let go of him! He wants to stop, but he can't do it alone!
Then we must help him.
Hey! Yay! Oh my gosh! Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah! Oh, it felt so good to do that again!
Yay!
Friendship power rush!
Yes!
The elements! They didn't disappear!
Goody!
Maybe because we use them for healing magic instead of banishing?
Yo.
Long ago, you needed our help, Stygian. But instead of listening, we turned our backs on you. Pride clouded my judgment. I owe you an apology. Thank you for helping us see the errors of our ways, Twilight. It seems I never accounted for the magic of friendship.
Thank you, Swirl Star. Star Swirl. So, apparently a conversation can save Equestria?
Something tells me I will be making a lot of apologies today.
Yep. Oh no.
I simply cannot believe how tall you've gotten.
Oh.
Well, it has been over 1,000 years.
Aw.
Will you stay here and teach magic once again? My sister and I have such fond memories of your lessons.
As long as you don't ask for those essays we owed you before you disappeared.
Oh no.
I'm not certain Canterlot is where I belong.
Oh.
The realm has grown, and I believe I'll have a look around before I settle in any one place.
And I long to see what has become of my home.
I believe we all do.
Then I hope you will return to Canterlot on occasion and share the wisdom of your great experience with the next generation of ponies.
We would be honored, but if it is wisdom you seek, look no further than your own pupil. She showed me that the power of friendship is a magical force indeed, and that in turning away from others, you hurt yourself as well.
Yes. Oh, group hug. Oh, it's a pretty big
funny.
group.
I thought meeting my idol would give me all the answers I ever wanted, but instead, I forgot what I already knew. Good thing I had a student of my own to remind me.
Oh, it's such a beautiful thing. It's so in season 7, and it was glorious. Roar! And as always, thank you to you hardworking people for working so hard on the show. Yay! Especially this time. I love this one. This one's great. Yar! Friendship prevails once again. Yes! So that was Shadow Play. Oh my gosh, this was just so awesome. This was a great way to end season 7, and it was just so beautiful. Oh, the primary lessons and the sub-lessons and the tertiary lessons and... I thought it was glorious, and the elements of harmony are back. Yay! I love that. It's like, I must admit, I've missed the elements of harmony. I love the emotional power moments and stuff. I mean, being used too much is too much, but I did miss them. It's like, it was just so cool. I really do like this lesson because, yeah, it's like, I was always gonna say that. It's like, yeah, you know, when you cast out other people, you ultimately end up hurting yourself. Because, yeah, I mean, it's like, they didn't need to, you know, banish him and themselves into limbo. They just needed to, you know, work this out. And I definitely identify with this guy, because he just wanted to help, and he kind of wanted to just be one of them. You know, he wasn't trying to steal their powers, he just wanted to copy them so that he could possibly get, you know, the same kind of powers, and it's kind of selfish, but, you know, he wasn't trying to take over Equestria or anything like that, so, yeah, I mean, I will say this, is like, you know, sometimes one of the hardest things is wanting to do something, but not being able to, and I understand this, you know. I think I will say this, you know, in some ways this is going off topic, but you know what, I think I'm gonna say this anyway. Yeah, I've thought about joining the military, but, you know, I have ADHD, and if you take daily medication for ADHD, you can't join the military, so that was hard, and it just feels like from time to time that, you know, I want to help, and it doesn't work out or something, or I'm not sure how, and it's just like, I definitely feel this guy, you know, it's like, I want to be like them, but I'm not, or I can't, and no. So I definitely identify with that guy, and I have a feeling a lot of people identify with this guy. So I'm sorry if that was too heavy, but, you know, but in some ways it's a very heavy thing. I mean, this guy was so, I guess, depressed, if you will, that he turned to the dark side. The dark side took him over! As usually the dark side does. He kind of reminds me kind of like Apocalypse at the end of Digimon Season 1. I will plunge the world into eternal darkness, so I won't have to be alone in my misery! And what am I laughing at? I'm supposed to be depressed! I liked how there was such character drama here. I think that was, in a way, what was the coolest thing about this. This was about characters, not about, let's let's go get him! Ah! That's how Star Swirl the Bearded thought they needed to do, but no, that's not quite, no, the opposite. That was a great quote. So, we can't save Equestria of a conversation, eh? Well, we did take a little bit more than just a conversation to save Equestria, but, you know, it wasn't just simply blasting the bad guys and sending them into limbo. But wow, it's like, this episode was pretty good. I mean, it was kind of rushed, because a lot of things had to happen in not a lot of time. But then again, in some ways, that's kind of okay, because it's kind of it's an emergency, it's a crisis, you know, you don't have time to, you know, sit and twiddle your thumbs while you're in the middle of a crisis. Well, there's this person who might be potentially trying to take over all of Equestria. You can't just sit and, like, let's have a lunch break, I'm tired, you know, let's have a nap. Or, you know what, let's go talk with someone about this right now, or something, you know. So yeah, I really, really, really liked this one, because it was definitely about character, it was about drama, and it was about, you know, so many things, you know, meeting your heroes, and, you know, learning your own lessons, and sometimes even your heroes have things to learn, even from you, and stuff, so that's kind of cool. And, you know, that friendship does prevail in the end, and at the same time, there's actually a counterpoint that, you know, it's like, yeah, sometimes, you know, it's not possible to reform people. It's like, we saved the pony, but the shadow had to be banished into limbo, so there is sort of a sub point there, but I think which is not necessarily a bad thing. If you want to look at the shadow as being like the pain of that rejection and, you know, all that stuff, then that's okay. So we banished that pain to somewhere else. So, yo, and I like that, and I'm so excited, and I'm losing it, and I think this episode was awesome, and I think I might want to just stop now before I kill my voice, or I just go on for the next, you know, half hour or something. But yeah, so I think that this was an awesome episode. It was definitely the perfect way to end Season 7, and oh my gosh, this is so expanded upon. We've literally brought back the Pony Legends, and now they're here, and now we can actually talk to Star Swirl the Bearded, and it's gonna be so, and it was so cool seeing Luna and Celestia talking to their former teacher, and oh my gosh, it's just, oh my gosh, it's literally opened up a world of possibilities for Equestria. But at the same time, I think a lot of them are gonna be depressed. It's like, oh look, it's like, I think, what was it, Rockhoof, it's like, oh look at my home, it's rubble. Oh. Darn it! But oh well, it's gonna be so awesome. I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing what happens next season, and yo, it was definitely an awesome season. So once again, thank you to Team MLP. You made a great season finale to another great season of MLP, and keep up the good work, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next season. Yo! So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing, and until next time, this is Blue Star. Stay strong and pony on. Blue Star out.